episode number 3 of the 3-Minute Master. 3 minutes long because I'm a busy guy and you've got a short attention span. I'm still house sitting for my mom, so I apologize about the echoey sound, the handheld shaky camera work, and that noise in the background is the dog that I'm watching licking the Ziploc bag that once contained the homemade beef stew she left for me that I'm eating as a post-workout meal along with some steamed broccoli. If I ever get a Evernote account up with all the pictures I'm taking in my meals, you can take a look at it. Anyways, I'm not talking about nutrition or workouts or anything like that today, although I have noticed that I keep recording these when I get off from the gym, and that's why I've always got the messed up hair and the grungy clothes. I promise it won't always be like that. However, I want to do this off the cuff. I want it to be real, unedited. I usually do them in 1 or 2 takes, and if I wanted it to be polished, I wouldn't be doing it on an iPhone 4. So it's a little rough by design. Anyways, I digress. Today we're going to talk about the spirituality piece of the puzzle. Again, this video blog, I've chunked my personal life into 8 sections. I'm going to cover a different section every day, and today I'm going to talk about spirituality because it came up. My mother left a CD for me, that's this right here, and I popped it in the car today on my commute to work, and it was 2 sermons by a gentleman, I believe his name's Joel Osteen. He's a preacher in Houston, Texas. She wanted me to hear him because of some of the stuff that's been going on in my personal life, and they were a really good message. Now, I have to kind of not take it with a grain of salt per se, but she warned me, whenever he talks about God, just substitute whatever word you feel is appropriate. For me, that's higher consciousness or benign creator. I kind of believe in the same vein as the founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin. I believe in a benign creator. Anyways, this isn't about religion. This is about the message, and the message was pretty much not letting, he calls it the enemy, however, not letting others or the world around you steal your joy. That you have to make a conscious decision. He recommends at the beginning of your day, however, anytime you face some adversity, to say, I'm not going to let this steal my joy. Because, as he says in the sermons, and I've had many a good friend tell me, there's always going to be another problem. There's always going to be a crisis at work, your relationships on the rocks. I don't have kids, but if you have kids, your kids are being, little punks, whatever the case may be, there's always going to be another thing to steal your joy, as he says. So it's really about making a conscious decision and a conscious effort to not let it steal your joy. And it was really a powerful message, and I kept going back to it over the course of the day because as there's definitely times where things get slow and I kind of turn inward and reflect. And some of the paths that my mind takes aren't the most productive states to go into. So it was a really good reinforcement of choosing your frame of mind, choosing how you want to feel. It's great to hear the same thing in a different way because he comes from a very different paradigm. He's coming from a religious one. However, there's lots of other people who preach the same thing. Anyways, I'm running out of time. That's the microwave beeping with my stew. I'm Neil Trout with the 3-Minute Master. Go do something, learn something, and grow. And I'll see you tomorrow.